Hey there. Um, this is my vlog over my social identity. Well, actually, over a few of my social identities. I just setting this up right before I go to work, so sorry if it's a little rough around the edges. But sometimes I feel like if you don't go off a format, that could turn out the best way. So the first question is, what have you experienced regarding these social identities? The ones I'm going to talk about. First one I'm going to go over is my religion. When I was a kid, I was Mormon growing up. I guess since I can remember. I know when I was born, my mom wasn't. Yeah, no, not really. But I think when I was about 3 or 4, she started going back to church. Church of Latter-day Saints, it's Mormons. And I was Mormon until 7th grade. But some of the things I experienced growing up, some of the things that were reinforced in me were just really, really good morals and ethics in some ways. Teaching me what was right and always stick up what you believe in and whatnot. But one of the things that I guess they taught me but I didn't really like so much was you need to teach everyone everything about how you believe. So, I mean, not all Mormons are like this, but when I was a kid, I kind of pushed my religion on other people in the sense to be like, that's not right, you can't do that, you're not supposed to do that. I was one of those kind of kids that was like, no, you can't do that, you're not supposed to do that. I just had a real trouble accepting the fact that people did things they weren't supposed to do. So that got me into some sticky situations as a kid. I didn't have too many friends or whatever. But I guess that's just how I was raised. Not like that anymore. It's really good. Continuing on with that, some of the things that reinforced that were just the church in general. My parents, sort of. They really kind of just gave me a good moral base on how I should act as a decent individual. We separated from the church when I was in 7th grade, and from then on, I've gone from being like Christian to agnostic, to atheist to agnostic to I'm just not exactly sure what I believe in anymore. But I think society really reinforces that fact. At least with Christianity, anyways. While I was part of that, that although you're Christian, you have to live by these Christian ideals. And I really think that religion should be more of what you believe, not how you act. Because there's people who are Christians and they don't believe, or they believe in like evolution or whatever. So I don't know if I even really consider that Christian, and maybe that's why I have such trouble really acknowledging what religion I am. But people in general, I've noticed, kind of they don't stick with their religion fully and completely, and I like that though, because that means that they're really thinking for themselves and being independent. Overall, having that Mormon background growing up, that really taught me all the morals and ethics I have today, as in like treating people the way you want to be treated and trying to improve the lives of others. Sometimes even more than my own. If I feel like I can improve more than like one person's life at the expense of like, screwing myself over for a little while, or having to give up some time, but I'll do that just because I feel like it's like a positive. I don't know if I like really believe in karma, but it's like positive karma in a way, because you putting out more good than you're like taking bad, I guess. Growing up, I guess when I was in high school, my parents didn't really tell me I had to belong to any religion. We didn't really go to church or anything. And after going from such a hardcore, like, this is this, and you have to follow this completely, otherwise bad things will happen, and then realizing that wasn't the case, that's one of the reasons that I just don't really have a concrete religion anymore, or know exactly what I believe in. And, like, those are some of the experiences that helped me, like, kind of shape who I am. And I also don't like the idea of, like, just belonging to a single religion that's just standard across everything. I like the idea of, like, kind of modifying it to make it what you believe. So, yeah. Religion is a really not a huge salient thing, very salient thing in my life right now, but it definitely used to be. Just kind of growing up and whatnot. And I think that it's important to have something to kind of base yourself on in general, even if your religion is to have no religion or to believe in nothing like that's actually out there. A religion could just be more of a set of beliefs or your ethics or your morals. It doesn't have to be believe in some like something out in space or something wherever. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. That's kind of my identity. That's the one I chose to express, and religion was a pretty salient thing for me growing up. And yeah, just to recap, I learned a lot about myself, just kind of separating from the church. That was a really big time to realize what really did and didn't matter, and how sometimes we're told things we don't we're told things we don't need to believe, but we just choose to. So yeah, that's me. Have a great day.